Rivers that make Bangladesh, thick with Himalayan silt, the Ganges and Brahmaputra have slowly built the largest delta in the world, home to tens of millions of people. And now, the tide is turning.
If you want to get a sense of what's at stake at the Paris climate talks, Bangladesh pretty much says it all. There are more people here at direct risk from sea level rise and extreme weather events than anywhere else on the planet. We all need a deal at the Paris talks, but nowhere needs one more than Bangladesh.
In this part of the delta, a low mud wall is all that protects families and farms from inundation. It's a precarious existence, but the risk of high tides and cyclones has always been worth taking for the fishing and fertile soil. But that balance is shifting.
আর ভাঙন বিশেষ করে ভাঙন রোধ এটা করতেই হবে আমরা ভাঙন কবলিত বেশিরভাগ অধিকাংশ জমি জায়গা সমুদ্রের কাছাকাছি তো আমরা এই ভাঙন আমাদেরকে ঘর বাড়ি জমি সবই নিয়ে যাচ্ছে ভাঙনে
This island is about the size of Manhattan and home to 40,000 people. There are 100 others like it. In all, 20 million live just above the waterline.
People here truly are living on the edge. As you walk up this earth embankment, you'll see it's all there is holding back the tide. On the other side of it, their rice crops are well below the level of the river. This is regularly overtopped by cyclones and storm surges, and that's before you even factor in inevitable sea level rise. The model's suggesting that by the end of the century, this entire area will be permanently underwater.
The villagers tell me they want the government to raise the embankments that protect homes and fields.
হয়তো 100 ফিট 50 আছে তো 14 ফিট বলে 14 ফিটে তো কোনো রকম সম্ভব না অর্থাৎ 20 থেকে 25 ফিট উঁচু হতে হবে এবং 100 ফিট তলা দিয়ে
The problem is, in this porous delta, the sea is rising beneath our feet. So much so, you can taste it.
It's a little bit salty.
It is a little bit salty, so it's within the acceptable limit for drinking water.
In this village, a research project is forcing rainwater into an underground aquifer. It's the only water here that's safe to drink. The groundwater is now nearly as salty as the ocean.
So finding a kind of year-round sustainable source of fresh drinking water is a major challenge here because there's a lot of water everywhere, but this is all saline.
The salt water is affecting the health of villagers who drink it. It also means rice crops can't survive. These people are used to adapting. They're growing salt-tolerant rice where they can. Others, surrendering to the seawater, have switched from rice to more lucrative shrimp or fish farming. But here, there are forces at work beyond anyone's control. These brothers are helping scientists monitor ground compaction. As seas rise, much of Bangladesh is sinking.
If the compaction is higher, then you have like double impact of the sea level rise. So sea level is rising, land is sinking, so the magnitude is kind of doubled.
Here, the ground is sinking just a few millimetres a year, but it's enough to make a bad situation worse. So what happens, I ask these women, when they can no longer grow crops and the sea levels are well above the sinking land?
তো হয়তো সেক্ষেত্রে সবার সঙ্গে তাল মিলিয়ে তখনের পরিবেশ যদি সম্ভব হয় সেখানে যাওয়ার হয়তো যেতে হবে আর যদি সম্ভব হয় এখানে থাকার ভেড়িবাদদের পরে বা সেখানে ভিটা উঁচু করে থাকা তো সেখানে থাকতেই হবে
And most of Bangladesh's migrants are coming here to already overcrowded Dhaka.
If you want to get a sense of what the future holds for Bangladesh, come to one of Dhaka's many slums. It's estimated because of rising tides and riverbank erosion alone, 200,000 migrants come to the city every year, and it's already struggling to cope. If you factor in 2 degrees of global warming, the number of migrants is expected to hit the millions within decades.
The combination of a cyclone and poverty displaced this woman and her family from the Delta.
ভালো ছিল স্যার আমি এনে কষ্ট করি বাঙ্গারি টোকায় রাস্তা থেকে বুঝেন আমাকে মান সম্মান আছে বাঙ্গারি টোকায় আর কি সংসার ঠিক মতন চালাইতাম পারি না সাইডটা ফলাফল পড়াইতাম পারি না স্যার আর কি 2 পয়সা যদি করতারি তো এই দেশ বাড়ি থাকতাম বলি
But even if she did go back, could she afford to stay? The realities of climate change mean life is getting harder, if not impossible, for many of the Delta's poorest. In the lowest lying areas, a boat is a sound investment. But the fisherman making this one isn't certain what kind of future he's buying into.
তো আমাদের অনেক দিন থেকে হয়ে আসছে এই যে আমাদের এই জায়গাটা এখানে আরো অনেক জায়গা ছিল তো নদীর ভাঙনে আস্তে আস্তে জায়গাটা কম হয়ে গেছে এখন এই যা আছে এই আছে
He's now sold his remaining land and is moving his new boat and family up the creek to wait for the water's edge to come to him.